Low, soft voice, creating intimacy. Hello everyone, I'm Storyteller. I know you often use this video to relax or sleep, so before you start, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. What time are you watching? Where are you from? Now, relax, get comfortable, and join me in today's story. I never paid attention to strange sounds in my house, until last night. Around 11 p.m., I was in my bedroom, finishing up the last things before going to bed. My house is an old two-story house, the wooden floors creak, the doors sometimes don't close properly. I've lived here alone for the past 3 years. The rent is cheap, probably because no one likes old houses with unstable plumbing and drafty windows. But those things never bothered me, until last night. I changed into an old t-shirt and sweatpants, and was about to turn off the light when suddenly, I heard footsteps in the hallway. At first, I thought it might be wood creaking or some animal outside. But this one was heavier, more distinct. It sounded slow and deliberate. I stopped. My heart was pounding. I lived alone, no one else could be here. Was there an intruder? I stood still, listening, my hand unconsciously tightening around the flashlight on the bedside table. I turned off the room light, trying to regulate my breathing. If there was anyone out there, they probably wouldn't notice I was awake. I moved closer to the door, pressing my ear to it. It was pitch black, I couldn't see anything through the crack. Suddenly, the footsteps stopped. I held my breath. Then, I heard another sound, a rustling, like fabric being dragged across the floor. Then the footsteps resumed. I decided to risk opening the door a little. My hand trembled as I touched the handle. And then, I heard a voice. At first, it was just a faint whisper, so soft I thought I had misheard. But then it became clearer. It was a deep, husky, unfamiliar voice, whispering incomprehensible words, a language I had never heard before. But there was one word I recognized. My name. Someone, or something, was whispering my name amid the ghostly sounds. I backed away, my heart pounding. I wanted to call the police, but I didn't dare move from where I stood. I didn't want to make a sound. I didn't want whatever was outside to know I was listening. The whispering became urgent, almost a frantic murmur. I gripped the doorknob, determined to open it wide and shine the flashlight into the hallway. But as soon as I turned the handle, the whispering became more urgent. It was no longer words, but a series of urgent sounds, as if warning me not to open the door. And then, the handle wouldn't turn. I hadn't locked the door from the inside. No one could have locked it from the outside. But the door wouldn't budge. I pushed harder. It felt like someone was holding it from the other side. I started to panic. I screamed, demanding that the person outside leave. I threatened to call the police. No response. Just the whispering, it was no longer just a voice. It turned into a slow scratching sound on the door. Scratches. It sounded like fingernails dragging across wood, each slow, deliberate beat. I went back to bed, trying to make a phone call. No signal. I shouted through the window, hoping someone would hear. But outside was only silence. The whispers faded, but my name still rang through them. I couldn't sleep. I sat in the dark, eyes fixed on the door, waiting for dawn. As the first light filtered through the curtains, I tried the doorknob again. It opened easily, as if it had never been locked. The hallway was empty. Everything was the same. Not a mark on the walls or the floor. But when I entered the room across the street, which I rarely entered, I saw them. For long, deep scratches on the wall. As if something had been there, in the night. The voice slowed, creating a haunting feeling. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know who, or what. But I know one thing, I'm not alone in this house anymore. Cut the music, leaving a few seconds of silence before transitioning to the end screen. Viral video optimization tips. Captivating headline, I hear whispers, but I live alone. Thumbnail, dark door, shadowy figure outside. Sound effects, fading whispers, scratching sounds on the door. Increase engagement, ask your audience about their creepy experiences in the comments.